Okay, people. Back as promised. This is the Terrordrome Part 2. Now, this one, more than likely, is going to upload far faster than the first one, because the first one is like almost 40 minutes long. So, Frankenstein is in here. So basically, it's like they took old horror movie characters and stuff like that, old like spooky novel characters and stuff, and they put them all in the video game. So, being that this one definitely is gonna Sasquatch, wow, Dracula. Yeah, so I'm not gonna tell you who's in the first one, just like I didn't tell you in the second one who was in the first one, and in the first one who was in the second one. But you're gonna see the second one first because it's a lot shorter. Okay, that's cool. They got different looks of Sasquatch. Yeah, he's so much bigger than Frankenstein, man. Frankenstein was a big 8 feet tall type. Big, yeah. Initially, supposed to be like a really big, tall guy.
All right.
Is that Van Helsing? Yep. Yep. Bloody Mary. The one thing about the first game was it was completed. I never saw anybody play this one fully through, so I don't know if there's any. I'll actually check to see if there's an actual like full walkthrough of gameplay with everybody. I don't know if this game was ever completed, but this is the second one, and when you see the first one, you'll see that. Oh wow, they got Neverman on here. But you'll see the difference in the graphics and everything. Like this game here has a bigger budget, a little bigger budget. The first one was a startup, but I like what I saw in both. But I'm not going to say anything and spoil it. I want you to see it for yourselves. But I'm going to see if
I can sense your blood.
Yeah, I wish they would. That would be cool, man. If they could remake both these games and combine them, that would be so cool, man. If one of the bigger companies would work with these guys who did this, but it's an indie game. Both of them are indie games. I have a game, Omen of Sorrow, which has like, old school movie characters and stuff and all that, whatever. Yeah, and that game is like, in the same category as this game here with, the type of characters that they have in it. Bloody Mary. So this is not the full gameplay. It's basically just like kill scenes. Spring-headed jacket. Yeah. Wow. I think I'll when I pause it, I'm going to see if I can see it actually. Wendigo. Wow.
Oh, hello there.
And it's so cool though to see things you grew up on still stick around like that. Jekyll and Hyde.
Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it's only befitting that they put Van Helsing in because he has a history with Dr. Jekyll. Don't Dr. Jekyll remind you, kind of got that Wolverine vibe going, the Hugh Jackman Wolverine vibe going? Look at him. All he needs is the little scruffy beard. So he turns color, but he usually Mr. High got bigger. Well, they have different versions of them, yeah. Dracula.
No worries.
Wow. Wow. I like how they give Sasquatch the different looks. Yeah, the initial one I saw, he had that big skunk ape look. And as you can see, they gave him different looks. Yeah, this is an independent company, man. This is an indie game, of course. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow.
We are Legion.
The fact that she got out of that thing lets you know that pain is not a thing to her. So, you know, it's like that's a torture chamber. You guys remember Five Deadly Venoms? Was it Five Deadly Venoms? Yeah, where they put the guy that was the toad in that chamber where they had the spikes in it and they put him in there and closed it on his body. That's what the hell that was. White lady. Wow. Damn, now when Dingo makes Sasquatch look small. Sasquatch made Frankenstein look small. Ouch. I love the creativity. I don't know if any of you ever played those old Sasquatch games on like mobile, where like you have to be quiet, you're hunting, you're setting traps and all that stuff. You're leaving food around and things trying to catch Sasquatch, but you got to be quiet. And all of a sudden, he just comes out of nowhere and pop up on you for the attack. Like, man, I used to love when I could Chromecast that to my TV and play it. Man, those games were so fun, man, because he comes out of nowhere, man. It was one particular that I had. It was many, but it was like 5 or 6 games. But I had one particular. I think like I had the best version of it. Like, yeah, that one I had was so cool, man. And now, if you go like on Android, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. With like if you have like an iPhone, like Apple iTunes, whatever, it's like it's hard to find a lot of those games that they had at one point. But yeah, that was like some of my favorite games to play. And he was always like a step ahead of you, but we caught him like 2 times out of like the 50 times he probably played. They have some really interesting characters on here though, man.
Death sentence.
Very interesting. So yeah, this is just the kill scenes, but now I'm curious. I didn't count, and I'm curious to know how many people they have because they're not showing the screen on here.
Michelin innovates by creating Max Touch.
Okay, so yeah, that's that for Terrordrome 2. All right, so I will let you guys, since you've seen that. Now, let me see if I can pull this up now. This way, you can see what I'm talking about for you, like right here. And I don't think I have to even do 2 separate videos. It depends. I'm trying to find the 3rd one. I have the first 2. So I don't need to look at those. So if you're familiar with Shaolin versus Wu-Tang series, you guys know I have both versions right here on my channel where I play. Actually to completion. So this third one, let me see. Yeah, this third one you don't hear a whole lot of talk about. You don't hear a lot of talk about. Like anybody that I know of this game, they talk about the first two. They don't really say anything about this one. Let me see. So you guys see what I'm doing? All I'm doing is typing in the search for it. And we're going to see if it's up here. Okay, see, you got the second one, which I have, and you got the first one. Look, 5 things I hate. Man, people just love. It's something about that word hate. They just love to talk about what they hate, man. They just love it. They have to just talk about what they hate. Always. Always. I hate. That's just the way people are, man. Let me see. I'm trying to see if Shaolin versus Wu-Tang. Okay, I don't care about your review. Let me see. Yeah, this is. See, that's the first one. Damn, what happened to they definitely have had. They definitely have a part 3, but it's not called Shaolin versus Wu-Tang. It's something else. It's called something else. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but here we go. Fighter's Legacy. There we go. Fighter's Legacy. I told you guys they didn't call it Shaolin versus Wu-Tang 3. They called it Fighter's Legacy. Now, if you didn't see my videos of me playing this game, if you could go and look at it, or you pull it up on YouTube and watch it yourself for the first 2, and then you look at the third one, and they made differences where, like I said, so they kept Jim Kelly, they kept Bruce Lee. Now they gave them on the first 2 games. Now, if you can see on this Fighter's Legacy, they gave them the character names in the movies. And that's what this is based on, the characters from the movies. On the first 2, they named them according to their fighting style. So with Bruce Lee, it doesn't say Bruce Lee, it says Jeet Kune Do. With Jim Kelly, it doesn't say Jim Kelly, it says American Karate. I'm saying like with Chuck Norris, so whatever style they use, that's what it said.
Stage select.
This time Jim Kelly has the goatee. Yeah, I think all 3 of these are fun games, man. But and if you remember, on the first 2, they got this straight up kung fu, like the old martial arts movies from the old kung fu movies. This one, they went, like I said, on 90s. But they kept Bruce, they kept Jim Kelly, and some of the other ones, but they added some other guys. We'll see. And they kept what I'm glad that they did. And I didn't have a reason to think that they would. But I'm glad that they didn't take a page from Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and shooting fireballs and electricity and all that kind of stuff. Glowing eyeballs and all of that. Simply because this is a game that's made off of movie fighting. So they did just that. They kept it based on movie fighting. So when I hear people say things like, oh man, but they should have made it like Mortal Kombat or like Street Fighter, it's like, no, they shouldn't have, because that's not what they were trying to do. They should have did what they did. That might not be your style. You might not like that. But for us that grew up on these Kung Fu movies and stuff like that, come on, man. Shokazuki, Chuck Norris, Bruce, Jim. Are you kidding me? David Carradine, are you kidding me? And that's what this is based on. Shit has nothing to do with Street Fighter. It has, like people are so stuck into a bubble, man. Everything has to be the same thing. People don't like originality. They don't like authenticity. They like everything has to be the same. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat don't remind me of each other. The King of Fighters, Samurai Showdown, Killer Instinct, Primal Rings, they all have a different feel, like they're supposed to. Virtual Fighter, DOA. None of these games are supposed to feel the same. If I feel like I'm playing Street Fighter, if I'm playing Mortal Kombat, then I might as well just buy Street Fighter, right? I don't want to feel like I'm playing the same thing. Now, what I don't like about any game is when they have complicated button schemes. It's like to take a miracle to pull off certain moves. It's like that takes the fun out of the game. But I mean, I don't want these games to look alike. I don't care about mashing buttons. Just pressing the button is pressing the button. But I mean, what they do when you press the button, how they go about it. The way the characters look, the way that, just the feel of the game. You want it to feel different. I don't want it to feel like Street Fighter. I don't want it to feel like Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, yeah, people always, they should have, but, because if you play Street Fighter, it's like this, if you play Mortal Kombat, you can do this, like, this is not that, guys. It's not meant to be that. Why do people love to complicate things so much? They love to just, but if they should have did, like, okay, whatever, man, whatever. Whatever, man. Hey, you want to know the funny thing is, though? At least on the first two games, every character in both of those games I have. Every character I have in movies that I have. Every single one. And so when people like, oh, but how come they didn't give them their names? Like, well, because you have to get rights. You got to get permission. You can't just go. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, you have our blessing to make it in our likeness, but if my name is going to be on it, so you got to get permission for these things, man. You can't just go, All right, so that's that with Fighter's Legacy, and
Pizza. Order any 2 or more.
yeah, that's that with Fighter's Legacy.
Not quite. Basement storage at
Hold up.
NJM.
I'm showing commercials, man. Never fails with YouTube. All right, so that's that with Fighter's Legacy. But like I said, that's the third one. And yeah. So, okay. I found 2 things today that I've been trying to find for a while now, and that was Fighter's Legacy. I couldn't remember the name of it, and Wrestling Society X. Now that I've found those things, it's like now I can, I don't think Fighter's Legacy is out on, and that's the thing. They put it out. I have both of them, the first one and the second one on my Series X. I have the first one on the Switch. And now that's tempting me to, well, I'm not going to do it now, but I'm going to actually go to find out if, look, for you guys that don't remember, this is the first one. You see, and it let's wait, let me turn it on, because I want you to hear the music.
Power on.
The soundtrack
I'll take
is
a
from the
minute.
movies. Well, never mind. Never mind. This,
Power off.
no, never mind. This person who's playing this have their own form. Okay, they have their own music. No, that's yeah. And you see the character here and here. This is the same guy. This is the guy. You see where it's highlighted from the video game, but this is the actual guy right there. That picture of him, that's him. Well, yeah. So yeah, they have their own music playing. That's you never know. This game is so authentic, man. Like I love these. Like I like I said, I haven't seen a lot of the third one. There were more videos, but man, um, the first two, man, like I mean, because those old tracks that they were playing during the kung fu movies and stuff, like it was just so on point, man. Okay, and then like two, um, out of the Venoms, man, the Toad was my favorite one. The guy, same guy, kid with the golden arms, like, because he was always the strong guy, the durable guy. And man, it's like to see them on there, all of the Venoms, just to see them all on the game, like it's like wow. And that's what I mean about people using their imagination, man, and like just making some like really cool things happen. Um, I'll do this real quick, and I probably won't find it. I don't think it's there because but what I'm going to do is okay. So let me go on here and just see. Let me just see. I'm just going to type in Fighter's Legacy, right, and then see what happens. Just see what happens. Let me see. I don't think so. Um, yeah, more than likely it's not up here. That'd be cool just to be able to complete the series though. You know what I mean? Um, the hell is this? Okay, well, I'm about to watch this trailer. Y'all gonna watch it with me? Let me see. What is this here?
Power on. I'll take a win.
Man, I have so many games. Okay, this is probably something I wouldn't buy because it's rated 10.
Don, isoblabele jisungomisi. Towara amobilonge di tobiba. John, higimur alama yinjel isulinyenyen.
Higimur binam. Anyinyi. Higimur.
Y'all gotta remember too. With me, I love anime. So you know what I mean. Like with me, I get into things. Games that have story modes, like RPG games, I play less of them because they just take so long to beat. And when you have to really like puzzle solving and stuff. Hey, well, listen, I don't go back to work until August, so I have time to do whatever I want now. And, yeah, just to be able to complete these games, they take so long. So then everything else that you want to do, as far as gaming wise, it's like it's hard to balance that. So what will end up happening is I'll get into something, and then I'll end up the next time I get into it, I might finish it, not record it, or that's one of the worst feelings is when you play something and then you get away from it, and then in getting away from it, man, you end up like you forgot, you got rusty, you're not as skillful as you was with it, like that happens. Now let me see, because on my game, I have Game Pass, of course, and okay, like let me see. I'm trying to see which one of these games I'm going to get into, man. That because there's so like guys, I like Far Cry, for example. Like, you know what I mean? There's so many games. Oh, remember Battletoads? There's so many games I want to get into, but I know like now this Bellator game I have, it only has like 8 fighters on there or something like that, and that's what actually I have Blaze Blue. That's one of those situations where you have a game and it's like, man, I like this game, and it's only 8 people on there, man. Maybe I'll play something like Call of the Wild or something. Let me see what this is about. Okay, I see the guy fishing, so let me see. Let's just see. No assuming. Let's just see what's going on. But I see him fishing. Yeah, like play something different. I'm not like you guys already know, man. Like I'm not the type of person that I'm gonna play what everybody else is playing because it's the popular thing to do. And hey, nah, you know, yeah, I play whatever I feel like for a while. Okay, cool. Play something different, man. Do something that I always take a different route. See, I can get into stuff like this. I mean, like we always had the Cabela hunting games and stuff like that. And like stuff like this, man, I can just get into now. Now, as far as how hard it, difficult it is or whatever, maybe I'll get into this. I don't know. Maybe I'll get into this next. I know when we go to Dave and Buster's, you know how they have the fishing game up there. That is so fun with that huge screen on top of that, man. And yeah, we have a nice big screen here, so it's just like, yeah, why not, man? And it's on Game Pass. I'll probably check it out. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll check it out, and then I'll see how I feel about it. Yeah. See how I feel about it, and then All right, let me see. I'm just going through stuff, and I'm not even looking at. Let me see. Crackdown. That was my series right there too, man. Like it was just different, man. It was like See, I have Dead or Alive, man. I have this game, and people, not that I care about mixed feelings about something. As long as I like something, that's what I care about. I buy what I like. But people was saying that they wanted more for that game, and that I pretty much heard what the concerns were. That's another series that I was playing for a long time and stuff like that. Like, and then Virtual Fighter's another one. So they just came out with Tekken 8. And like I tell people, games that were really popular, like at peak, like when you do a top 10 top games, and these games were in that top 10, people gotta understand, like even if the game doesn't fade, like doesn't go away, it doesn't stay forever in the same position. I have this game too, and me and my son started playing it, and then we didn't like. It's just we have so many games. I mean, come on, look at Game Pass, man. Come on, it's just so many games. And this game was so fun, man. And the thing is, they have characters and situations from the very first movie all the way up to the Ash versus the Evil Dead series. They did this game so well, man. Yeah, so when you hear me say there's no way I can play all of these goddamn games, I mean, that's what I mean. It's just too many. And even to have Game Pass, right? How many of those games can you actually play? I have physical copies of games that I don't have time to play. All right. I'm just doing the horror thing right now. Let me see. Yeah, this game, The Evil Within, I started playing, and it's, again, like, let me see what else we got up here. Like, yeah, I definitely want to get into Far Cry. I want to get back into it, but it's just too much. Well, now that I'm gonna have some time off, I definitely will have time to play a little more. You know, I have a lot that I do. Gears of War and Halo. Those are like the games that really boosted the Xbox, and I've always gotten to them. Ninja Gaiden, that's another one of my series that I love, man, and that's on here as well. And man, I have this game too, Girl Fight. It's a solid game, but it's another one of those games where it's like 8 people on there. Like, I don't know, and I don't know why they did that, man. Games were known for doing that back in the day. And it's like, man, the game is fun, but damn, like, you only have 8 people on there, man. Like, come on. But yeah, Hot Wheels is a fun racing game to play. Yeah, and that's the thing is I like the variety, man. I'm not that type of person that everything has to be the same thing. Everything is it has to be hardcore, killing, bloody murder. I just happen to love horror movies, man. And I like the variety of everything. Like games like this I can get into. I like that cell shaded look. I never played this though. But if you like Jet Set Radio and like Sunset Overdrive, like games like that, super fun type games to me. Okay, this is like a melee type game right here. I don't know if this is one player or if it's multiple, but okay, right now it's looking like one player, but I like the look of it. And that's the thing about having Game Pass too. I think I know having Game Pass, having Nintendo Direct, you know, having PlayStation Plus, that's why you see less and less GameStops. Home consoles is the reason that arcades started to slow down, like slowly but surely fade away. And that's why the only time you really find a proper arcade is like on boardwalks. Now, if you've ever been to like Ontario, Canada, where they have Niagara Falls, they have a street called Clifton Hills where the entire area, like it's like imagine going to a street, like an area where the whole strip is just shopping stores and everything. Man, it's like they have arcades, they have museums, moving theaters and stuff like that, rides that you get in, 3D stuff, like all that, all types of like chocolate factories, bird kingdoms, butterfly conservation. They have everything out there, man. I love Clifton Hills in Ontario, Canada, man. I love it. I love out there, man. So imagine, like, yeah, that's what they have. So, and they have an arcade called Midway. Now, of course, I have House of the Dead. I played it to completion. I posted that on the channel as well, and that's something I'll probably do again soon. I love those old shooting games and stuff. Now, of course, they remade it from the original one, and it's solid. But yeah. So like those their home consoles, man. They basically just. It's like hell, man. I have my own video games home, right? Why am I standing up here going to arcades? Well, of course you go to the arcade and play games that you don't have. But little by little, the more realistic games started becoming, the more games that started coming out. Yeah, Man Eater I love this game. Wait, for you guys who may have never seen it, let's check this out. I love Man Eater. My son completed this game. Yeah, so you don't see, Walmart and Target carry video games. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, this game is awesome, man. I love this game. I love this game, man.
The food chain will be disrupted. And the drama will get deadly.
Hell yeah. And that's the thing about it too, is because life is a shark. Think about it. You're the shark. So you got things happening under the water that the shark is dealing with, and then also now he's snatching people from out, off boats and things of that nature.
That's the one who took my hand, all right. Get yourself ready, boy.
You want revenge.
Man-eater.
I love this
The
game.
people save the
If
world.
you guys got Game Pass or whatever system you have, if they have this game for that, man, like this game is solid, man. Yeah, so like I was saying, we don't the arcades are, and the more cartoons came out, the more they started doing cartoons about comic book heroes. What did you see? The necessity for having a whole rack, like every convenience store you used to go in. They had magazines, car magazines, boxing magazines, and then whatever, wrestling magazines. And what did they have right there? They always had comics, and they had more comics than everything else. And every convenience store had them. And as soon as the cartoons started to become more popular, more widespread and everything, comic books just started to fade away. Now, they still have places, select places here and there where you'll find, and the thing now is it's different because why? Comic books are 16 pages, okay? And now to get a comic book, a whole lot of them are like $5, man, for like one book, for a 16-page book. So it's like people go, so they rather have the thick ones. So now it's like, they're here, but they're not what they were in terms of interest. For you guys who never saw Ninja Gaiden, let's see if they have a do they have a nah, they're not showing. Okay, yeah, these games are solid, man. I have both of these, but yeah, and these are things that we grew up, man. We used to color, we used to draw, we used to get coloring books. We had everything, comic books, coloring books, everything. We played board games, we had video games, we had everything. Board games didn't die because you go in any of these big stores like Walmart, like I said, Target and all that, and you see like rows full of like board games. It's mostly played amongst like people when they have like family night and stuff like that. So they're not completely dead, but video games is like basically they've grown and taken off, like where it's replaced so many things, but like having your own home console, man, it's like, and having Game Pass, like I said, and Nintendo Direct and PlayStation Plus, and I don't know what kind of service they have on PC, but yeah, yeah, I mean, and it's weird because there's restaurants where I go out and eat, and there's a GameStop right there, and sometimes we go in there, man, just for like just for like the sentimental value of it, because we bought so many games from there and stuff, and it's like, damn, man. As you can see, I have Rumble Roses up in here. It's like, what happened? What happened, man? Like, damn, but that's what happens, man. Certain things just lose steam. And the thing about video games, now this game right here it reminds me of like Jet Set Radio. It's not the same thing. Of course, the cops are chasing you on Jet Set Radio. And on Jet Set Radio, you were tagging up, putting graffiti on buildings and trains or whatever the hell, and then the cops are chasing you. This is rollerblade fighting, like roller dome, right? Well, it has that feel, that look, like, it doesn't quite look like it, but it does. In the same way, it's like graphically, similar style of it's a completely different type of game, but it's in that type of thing with me, man. Like that same type of category. See, and I love the variety, man. It's like, you know what I mean? I just don't like to start something, man, and then like I can't get back to it. Scream Ride, yeah, where you only the roller coasters and stuff. If you guys are familiar with like these games where you build like your own cities, you build your own zoo, and you got to feed your animals, you have to bathe them and take care of them and all that kind of stuff. Like if you remember back in the day, they had a game called Shenmue, and Shenmue, I had that on my Dreamcast. Shenmue, you had a pet you had to take care of, you had to work, you had to sleep, you had to eat, you had to do chores. Like that game was I love Shenmue, man. I had never saw nothing like that. Shenmue was the first of its kind. It was the first of its kind. And then, like, man, when other games came out, started that, like The Sims came out, like it was always something that was different. Like, and I've always been like that, man. Like I've never just like it's just one thing for me. But I don't know, man. People are just so stuck in their own little world, man. Like you have all these goddamn games. You think I bought a $500 system? Got about 8 controllers here and all that. You think I did that just to buy a handful of games and they all have to be the same thing? Like, no. All right, 2 games I want to look at real quick. I love this game. I have this game. And the thing about it is I started playing it. Well, of course, you see I have it. It's in my, but I started playing it and I don't remember how far I got. But, man, this game, I love this game, man. And it's another game. It's another one. I can't remember the name of it. These games are awesome, man. It's just like I said. If everything has to be a social thing. Like if everybody's talking about it, then that's when people want to play it. Well, it's like if everybody's just it's like if we're playing all. Wow, look at this. This is great, man. These are stages I didn't see yet. I remember fighting in the parking lot yet, or that other stage we just saw. But if everybody's playing, every game we're playing is the same exact games, then it's like we don't need to watch everybody's channel. Because pretty much, if everybody's playing the same exact games, yeah, we're gonna have some things in common. We're gonna have things similar that we like, and we play some of the same games. Yeah. And there's other things, a person's personality, what a person's motive is, and like I thing with me is I attract the people that want to come on the channel and just have a pleasant vibe, okay? People that have a pleasant vibe also attract idiots that want to come on because you're not trying to create controversy or whatever. You're just speaking about what you like. And then you have people that just, for whatever stupid reason, feel like they have to just make ignorant comments because they have nothing better to do with their time. So, yeah, C4, I love this game. I'm probably going to play it tonight, as a matter of fact. Because guess what, y'all? I don't have to get up 4 o'clock in the morning until August. So I'm going to enjoy this time off because before you know it, be right back. Okay, this game right here. Okay, so I'm trying to see. They won't give me the what you call it. I'm trying to see if I remember. What do I remember about this game? They won't give me a trailer. Okay. Wait. Let me see. What is the Sims doing now? What are they doing on the Sims now?
She says that she's never afraid. Just picture everybody naked. She really doesn't like to wait. Not really into hesitation. Maybe I should stop confessing. Oh, I've been shaking my body when you go crazy. You take all my ambitions. Maybe there's nothing holding me back. You'll take me places that tear up my reputation. Manipulate my decisions. Maybe there's nothing holding me back. There's nothing holding me back.
Create, explore, play with life in The Sims 4.
There's nothing holding.
So, do you guys remember the old comic book / cartoon? Remember Archie? And they went to Riverdale High. You know what was so funny about maybe 3 years ago now? 3-4 years ago? I was watching, I think, Netflix, and I saw a show called Riverdale. Now, you know how like Netflix, if you're watching something like the next movie was just starting to play or something or whatever it was. How like Soul Calibur. I have this too. I love Soul Calibur. Well, I have everything here. I keep forgetting I'm looking at my own games, but so what was so funny was I didn't think like I'm not connecting Riverdale to Archie at the time. And then all of a sudden, like as I'm watching it, and when I hear them mention Riverdale, I'm like, wait a minute. And that's when I thought about Archie. And then all of a sudden, as soon as I thought about it, and they called the guy Jughead, then they heard the reference to Archie. And I'm like, wait, because what got my attention was because Archie is funny. It's humorous. It's like, it's meant to be, comedic. And then I'm watching this, and they made like the show Riverdale is spooky. It's like devious. They're sneaky. They're like, and I'm like, wait a minute. So they took a different twist. And so it's like, I thought it was cool because like, I'm not against change as long as it's done right. If it's fun, then, Then I'm like, you know what's funny? I started seeing different movies. Like, did you guys ever see the movie Winnie the Pooh? And they're like evil on there. Him and what's his sidekick name? You got Winnie the Pooh and I forget his little sidekick's name, but him, man. I mean, Humpty Dumpty. Like, they took fairy tales and made them into horror movies. And if you have Tubi, if you have Amazon Prime, like, man, they got so many movies that were fairy tales that are now horror movies. That's like, it's like, wow. It's something that, like, the twist that they put on them was like, it was interesting to me, Jack and Jill. Like, so yeah, they've been doing a lot of that stuff, man. But like, for the most part, most of the movies that come out now just, yeah, they just like, it's like a lot of thought didn't go into them when they try to come up with original concepts. They just don't have a lot of thought going into them, and they're like remember when you saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the one with Jessica Biel in it, and like you just like certain movies you saw and you like, okay, I like this remake. Okay, I watch things and I try to enjoy everything, man. So I see things and it's just like, you know what? Okay. I get it, but all right. All right, anyway, I'm going to bring this video to an end, y'all. Thanks for taking the ride with me. And listen, I will catch you guys. Oh, that's what I wanted to show y'all. There it goes. But I'll do it another time. All right, that's all I got for you guys now. Enjoy your day. Play your games. Enjoy your games. I will catch you guys on the next video.